My center is everywhere. Everything, huge and hung together.
Reality. We sense it in us as a single course. Each of us the head of our one river. But a river sources all water. We saw her, walking barefoot on the brink. Green leaves for plumage, her wombs of water. Those many legs, so close, we glimpsed the webs between her woody fingers. Higher, till our boots rang on ice, close enough to smell her. Each aroma, loam and root. And that stink, enticing, of glacier meeting fire.
Beneath fragmentation, the whole, the center everywhere, from pole to pole, my molecular hard-won everything, huge and held and hung together.
Tug at any one thing, the rest will move.
It all happens here, between cloud and air, between water and vapor, between a plant and its root, between sunbeam and green. Here, between my forest and the steam it makes of rain, the world is that web, strung between.
They trust to the wind, these mild men of vapor, women of the future, each raindrop a child of dust.
There is a world in trees, furled within the rings. There lives the dearest freshness, deep down things.
Tug at any one thing in nature, and the rest will move.
I will show you fear in a handful of dust.
Fish, a living force for water. Chief source of nourishment for billions. Estuary, reef, open sea, river, stream and lake. Approximately 3,000 species of fish teem in the Amazon basin, 5 times the number in the entirety of Europe.
I will show you fear in a handful of dust. Tug at any ocean, any nation, the merest touch. My center, everywhere.
Homo sapiens, a single species sitting squarely on the benefits of biodiversity. The short-sighted, hungry for energy, hungry for trees. By 2100, the Amazon could shrink to 1/3 its original size. A key portion of the planet's powerhouse, burning. Sapiens, sapiens. That green lens of forest, shrunk and failing. Gaia meet modern culture, this climber soaring to the trunk, the high branch on which it sits. And Metropolis, the tourist who sets fire to the Mona Lisa to fry a few chips. The world may carry between 10 and 30 million species. Plants, animals, bacteria. So far, a mere 1.5 to 2 million have been named and recorded. The Amazon alone may be shared by 4 to 5 million kinds of organism. In Manu, you can find 200 varieties of tree in a single hectare. Globally, something like a dozen hectares of forest are lost every minute. Over 6 million annually, twice the size of Belgium. Each year, between 18 and 50,000 species may sink into history. Each hour, approximately 4 extinctions, between 100 and 1,000 times the natural rate. The fate of as many as 1 million species may hinge on habitat loss and climate change.
Humanity, hatched from its pond 1 minute before dark, flying into deep history, the history of rocks, the history that runs with roots. Mayfly, dancing in the dusk of a May day.
The forest is a green canary. The Amazon a canary in our coal mine. Or is that the problem? Seeing the entire world as mine. What about trees? The green-moneyed banks of the young. Doesn't that tie up mahogany and pine with money? Try. Each forest is a lung. Lungs on the inside, lungs on the outside. Why not be honest? Forest is forest.
tug at any one moment, any human, and the rest will move. Power. That lever, that fat wedge dislodging earth. But insects are glue, those dodging molecules that bind my bulk against friction, burning failure. In valley and pasture, the new unit, the fresh currency on view, isn't nouveau riche, sat in kindly niches, tin, rubber, glass, but my swaying dance in twin antennae, those true partners unswayed by science, picking up your stoked-up order, your crackly, blackly rhythmed smoke.
Beetles. Here thousands can come off one tree, easily, between one moon and the next. A bushel of beetles. One tree. A hulking ship with its crew of ants. An ark for the earnest ant. Underneath, that ghost ship of root. 60 ant species setting sail. A slew of green sails heading west. The rain, champagne on its hull. A single tree launching through forest, as many ant species as in the entire British Isles.
Last night, worm and ant disappeared, trees stiffened, soils perspired, grain by grain. Who would aerate and turn? From root to rain, canopy to shoot, the unhuman mourned. Last night, humanity died, tree and soil sighed, moved on.
We are walking carbon. The human, the gibbon, carbon. The oxeye and termite, carbon. Each bird and butterfly, carbon in flight.
There is a kind of cuckoo in my nest, a species of dust that flies blind, intent on true west. It flaps towards night, magnificent, absurd, dust in flight from itself. Icarus bird.
The Manu Biosphere Reserve may carry as many avian species as the whole of North America. Tropical forests, 7% of the land surface, serving an immense biological variety. Worldwide, roughly 2/3 of biodiversity crammed into that equatorial band.
I am one vast bird in flight around the sun. You are ticks in my plumage. You are flight feathers. Indigenous races embrace me with emotion and experience. You are high and strict on science, but I am not bent on reward or punishment. There are only consequences. If you pluck all my feathers, we cannot fly together. You come to me with questions. Your pupils dilate with questions. Amber eyes swarm my nights. Eyes of alligator blink my water. Blue eyes, overwarm with sun. Look deep. See the bank of my almighty river. Wait by my many-eyed water. How it winks. There is an answer. Each of you a paper boat upon my water. Some carry candles, some not. You cast words in hope, but I am water. I am indifferent. I nurture. I buoy you. I drown. View yourself with the self-same curiosity a writer brings to words, or a child to a tree. Bring me that openness a tree has to water, or water to a tree. You are clown and sailor on gentlest river, on most difficult seas. I will show you the future in handfuls of dust.
Industrial society, scientific ingenuity, better management, greater efficiency. Save the whale, pray to God, the hand of luck. Research specific strands of being stuck. Be faithful to one assumption. Progress means mounting, ever mounting production. This century, a moment. In a moment, the forest's half gone. 2050 will need not one, but 3 planets to feed our consumption.
Quick, 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 quick. Your tango comes to an end. Slow, 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 slow. Grow supple, elastic, bend.
We boom what is wrong, but are seized by our systems, stumped in our forests of systems. Environment, the meta-organism, not a robotic system. So long as forest is removed for economics, ecology slumps. Humanity must become ecology, or be shrunk with the system.
And one man made a speech about the slaughtering of green, and while he was speaking, a woman dug a pit in me, placed within it a green branch, laid it gently, as though it were her daughter, and gave it water.
Each human, limited in space, in time. So we see ourselves, and so we make our prison, each with ambitions, desires, affections for just a few persons, a particular car, those prison bars. What if our edges could dissolve, each of us infinite, endless?
Your future is jungled with choice. The nature of that jungle is up to you. Failing to choose can bungle futures too, and the future looks back. Humanity has always looked over its shoulder, slacker or boss. Each has everything to lose. You can toss your grandchildren to chance or my blossoming. Choose.
Nation to nation, human to human, dust to dust. What are we trying to prove? Touch the nation, any human, tug at any moment. Our future will move.